Zoila, and I am a solar advisor at SunCommon. I am super excited to be here with you all today virtually. We at SunCommon believe that everyone has a right to a bright future, and clean energy is where that starts. We're also a certified B Corporation, which means that we use our business as a force for good, putting people and planet first, top of our list. As a solar advisor at SunCommon, I am the first set of eyes on your property from afar. I introduce you to our process and help customers in setting up the next steps in their solar journey. If you've ever wondered if your house is good for solar, check out the comment below after the video is over and check out a link where you can get in touch with us. Because chances are I'll be the first person that you speak to, or my colleagues. Did you know that over 300 local homes and town buildings in the town of Red Hook are powered by the sun? Our Red Hook Community Solar Array members help power up their community and support clean energy production. This is a great way to be a part of something bigger that benefits everyone. Another way to benefit your community and the planet is by helping out our small friends, the pollinators, the bees. Maybe you've heard in recent years that the bee population has declined at a staggering rate. This is very true and very sad. Every winter, beekeepers have seen their bee colony population decline by about a third, which is a big number. But it's not just the bees that are hurting and that are in trouble. A lot of other animal species that help pollinating plants have also seen a decline in their populations, like hummingbirds, butterflies, and moths. This happens because as our human population grows, pollinator habitats decline. Simply put, we're taking over their space. And without these species to help us, we will no longer be able to enjoy all the food that they help pollinate and all the beautiful wildflowers that they help spread. The good news is, you may be asking yourself, well, how can I help? And this is why I'm here today. I'm here today to introduce you to the wonders that come from a tiny seed ball. Seed balls are a great way to get plants to spread and grow in places where they otherwise may not, like unused areas in cities or empty parking lots. They are made of equal parts clay, soil, or pre-mixed clay and soil, or even soil from your backyard, a little bit of water, and of course, more important, the seeds. Best of all, they're super easy and fun to make. So we'll be making them together now. So I'll give you a rundown of the things that you may need to make your seed balls. A large container, big enough to put a good amount of soil in. Some soil, like I said, I am using a pre-mixed soil, but you can certainly make your own clay soil mixture. Some seeds, and some water. A quick note on the seeds, make sure that you use seeds that are local to your native habitat and that are good plants for pollinators. If you have any questions about which type of seeds to use, just call your local garden center, and I'm sure they'll be able to point you in the right direction. I also like to use egg cartons. What I do with these is after I get the mud going and the seed ball formed, I'll put the seed balls in these to dry. So we'll start by adding some soil in the container. It's kind of big. This is like my favorite part of doing anything with plants, honestly, is getting your hands in the dirt and getting to touch all the wonderful things that naturally come from Earth, which I absolutely love. Okay, so we're going to start adding a little bit of water. I usually use a spray bottle, but I couldn't find a spray bottle in the office this morning. So I'm just going to use this cup and slowly add water to our container. It's okay if it's messy, I will clean it up after. So I like to go very slow with the water because, as you know, it's easier to add more than to take out water. So you can always just add more water if you feel like it's a little dry. You're going to make sure that you incorporate the water throughout the whole container. You want this to be the consistency of, I compare it to Play-Doh or maybe even cookie dough. Just sticky enough that it forms a ball and that it's malleable. Let me see, I think it's a little dry in there still. Like I said, a little bit of water at a time is more than good enough. Okay, so I think whenever it holds a shape, it's good to go. This is a little moist, but I think it'll work, so I'll just give it a little bit more kneading. I got to practice kneading a lot during quarantine, as I'm sure a lot of you have too. Am I the only one that made, I don't know, 500 loaves of sourdough bread? I don't think I am. I think everybody became a baker and a gardener doing this whole thing, which is actually pretty awesome. Okay, so let's see here. I think this is good. Another side note, take a moment to enjoy the sweet smell of wet soil. It smells so amazing. It's probably one of my favorite smells, right next to freshly cut grass or rain. All right, so like I said, you're gonna make a little ball. I would say a little bit smaller than your palm, obviously something that is manageable. I think actually this could use a little bit more water. So ideally you would want to pick a soil that has some clay in it because it would help the seed ball bind itself a little better. This one, like I said, is pre-mixed soil, garden soil, which is fine as well. It's just going to be a little bit, it'll take a little longer to dry. And it's a little bit more difficult to make it fall into, but we can do this. So, once you have your little ball, like this, you're going to make a little divot in the middle. I compare this to making pupusas, or maybe like dumplings. I don't know if any of you guys have ventured into doing that, but you make a little pocket in the ball, and then you take a few of the seeds of the mix. I am actually using our solar wildflower seed packet, which are actually awesome little packets that already have everything you need. You put the seeds right in the middle there, and you close it up, and then you shape it into another sphere, something that doesn't have to be super perfect, but just to make sure that the seeds are protected. Now, I learned that this process was actually created by a Japanese farmer. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but I know that this Japanese farmer decided to create these seed balls because he wasn't interested in sowing the ground. So this was a less intrusive way of farming and getting the seeds to germinate, because you're giving your seeds a perfect little environment to succeed and grow into a wonderful plant. So, like I said, after I put the little seeds in there, I put it in the little egg carton and I set it aside to dry. And so we're going to repeat that process with the rest of our soil. It's really great to know that one little small thing can make such a big difference in our planet. It's honestly one of the things that gets me up every morning, is knowing that I come to work to help people look into green energy. It's very fulfilling to know that what you're spending your time doing every day, or even spending time making seed balls, can leave a really good mark in the world. And you're leaving the world a little better than how you found it, which is really how I try to live most of my life. And I encourage folks to do the same. So we keep going with these little balls. And I'm not really checking to see if anybody's watching right now, but if anyone actually has jumped into the broadcast, this is my first live video, so I'll reintroduce myself. My name is Zoila, and I am a solar advisor at SunCommon. And if you ever want to hear about what going solar looks like, or if you're interested in knowing whether your home is a good site, give us a call. Myself or one of my colleagues would be happy to walk you through the process and answer any questions that you may have. Or just have a quick chat. I know that everybody's looking for a little human connection here and there once in a while, which we are all about. Okay, so seed balls. Recently, I taught my niece and nephew how to transplant a plant from water into soil. And so playing with this dirt made me feel like I really teach them how to make seed balls too. They had so much fun, and this is such a great little task for any homeschooling. If you're having homeschooling and you want to teach about pollinators, this is a great activity. Or even just for fun, because why not? It's always fun to do little fun tasks that actually help everybody and the community. All right, so wow, I think I put a lot of dirt, which is great. So we'll keep making the little balls. So these seed packets are actually pretty awesome. They have all of the native flowers and plants that help our pollinators locally. And one super cool idea that I've seen folks who have ground mount solar arrays do is that they actually take some of these packets and they plant the seeds right underneath their solar array. It's amazing because you would otherwise think, well, what am I going to do with the rest of that land? Well, you're creating amazing green energy for you and your community, or just for your household. And you can then add a couple of these packets of seeds to help the pollinators. Because as the plants grow, you're doing double the good work for the earth. You're adding more homes for pollinators and you're producing green energy. We're all about that. It's like really good impact for low effort. All right, so I think I have a couple minutes to go. I'm not really sure on time, but feel free to ask any questions that you may have. I will probably hop onto the comments after I'm done here to try and answer any of them. And I just want to thank the town for letting us be a part of this super cool event. This is certainly something new that I think a lot of us are getting used to, doing things remotely. But I think it's a wonderful, cool idea to connect, even though it's from afar, and we get to do something fun together. So it's pretty cool. And actually, I think I may even add a little bit more water to this. I feel like it's breaking up just a little bit, or more than I need it to. Oh, that's better. I think I may also need more seeds. We'll get started. So, also another thing that I really like to do is make these in bulk. And you can grab a paper bag or, a little glass container. And once they're dry, you'll know that they're completely dry when they literally look like dry soil little balls. And you can store them in a little paper bag, or you can put them in a little glass container and carry them with you to your next adventures, so that when you're out hiking or you're on a road trip, or just simply toss them in your backyard to make new homes for pollinators. So it's a pretty cool thing to keep with you at all times. Oh, that water was perfect. As you can see, my seed balls are not perfectly round, but you know what? It's okay, because why would we all want to be the same? You gotta have a little difference here and there, makes it all good. All right, so we'll keep making these seed balls. I hope that everyone's having a really good Saturday. The weather here is beautiful. I hope that you're having a beautiful weather wherever you may be. Wow, these are awesome. And this is actually my second time in the office since we started working from remotely. And it's really nice to see my second home, as I like to call it, because I really did spend a lot of time here before March, as everybody did in their offices. It's nice to see. It's a very nice and clear area. The sun is shining, and now I'm thinking I should have done this outside. So we'll keep making some seed balls. I think I ran out of seeds, so I will open another seed packet. I'm going to put them in this little container. gotta say, I feel a lot more organized than I typically am. So this is great. Put that in there. Awesome. Great. So we'll make a couple more seed balls here. I wonder what's in the packets. Let's see if it says. This is wildflower seeds, which I believe, so that'll be great. Wow, this actually turned out to be just enough soil. I may have to put the rest of the seed balls in another container. If you don't have any egg cartons that you want to use, you can also just put them in a glass Pyrex or set them out to dry on a cutting board, wherever you have space. It doesn't have to be in the egg cartons. I just like it because they help shape the seed ball. Wow, this one's, it's all right. It's quite okay. Awesome. So just like that, we've helped make new homes for our pollinator friends. It's easy. It's fun to do with your friends, your kids, big kids, little kids, everyone at school. And it's something that we all can do. As you know, the climate crisis we are facing is very serious. And we all can do something to address it. Whether you make homes for pollinators, or you join a solar community array, or even go green at your home, you can do something to fight climate change. So thank you for joining me. And like I said, if you're definitely interested in hearing more about how you can fight climate change from your home by going green, make sure to give us a call, and I'll be happy to help you in your solar journey. Have a great weekend.